Okay, welcome to Ability Uganda e-learning. My name is Nelson Bitusamba, and this is my telephone number 0783 253698. Our email at e-learning@shareability.net. Okay, in today's video we shall be able to look at measuring capacity. When talk about measuring capacity, we are simply meaning that we shall be dealing with liquids, and everyone knows liquids. An example is water, and you can give soda, which is most common to all of us. We can talk of juice, we can talk of what else? Okay, name them. So we shall be dealing how we can measure the capacity of those liquids. So when it comes to measuring the capacity of those liquids, it requires you to also be knowing some concepts. So in today's video, I'm going to look at, and we shall be able to understand how can we measure those capacities using the concept of liters, using the concept of milliliters, centimeters. Okay, so let's get started and we see how we can measure these capacities. So in measuring these capacities, we shall be able to first start with addition of what? Addition of liters. Okay, so as we have said that in measuring capacities, we are going to look at measuring the liquids, specifically measuring some liquids. Also it might be solids, but in small quantities. Okay, so we can be able to measure those liquids or those solids in this category. Okay, so here we are going to first look at adding these liters and what we call the half liters. Okay, so because in the world of business you have been hearing about this is a 20-liter jerry can. Okay, this is a 5-liter jerry can. This is a half-liter bottle. Like some of us good at taking water, they tell you to go and buy a 1-liter bottle. Please be able to know that when those guys or those companies were able to come up with those bottles, they used what we call measurements, and this is what we are actually looking about, measuring the capacity. So from this video, from this lesson, it is better you are going to understand how do we measure them, how do we add them, and how do they come with those liters measured in those bottles. Okay, so let's get started and see. We are having our example here. They are saying add 12 liters to 20 liters. Okay, now when you are measuring liters, remember these are things that are going to be in what? In liquids. So yeah, it is a normal way of how we add some other things. However, what makes them be different is when you have to put the so-called liters. It makes them different and makes them to be liquids. So when you are measuring or when you are adding these liters, we use the same rule of addition. Like here they are saying add 12 liters to 20 liters. You just make some simple addition like we always add. You bring 12 plus 20, you shall be able to get 30. So what you have to do is to ensure that you add what? You add liters, because when you write and it doesn't add liters, that means it shall be something else. So we also talked about what we call halves. Okay. When we talked about halves, we shall be able to also see how do we add liters that are presented in halves, liters that are presented in quarters. Okay. So here they are saying an example which is given. They are saying add 1 1.5 liter plus 2.5 liter. How do we come up with this? Okay, so also we can use this method. Let me get a pen and let me get my pen tool here. We are having our question. They are saying add 1.5 liter plus 2.5. How do we add these numbers that are in halves? They are saying add 1.5. Okay, a half is 1 out of 2. Then we are going to add it plus 1, 2.5. 2 out of what? 2 out of 2. 2, then 1 out of what? 1 out of 2. Remember, these are in what? These are in what we call liters. Please don't forget to put liters. When you forget to put liters, they will mark you wrong. Okay. So these are what? These are liters. Okay. So now we are going to make some addition of here. We'll make addition of this. Remember, we are having this as a what? As a mixed what? A mixed fraction. You can first change it into a what? Into a proper fraction, or you can first add the whole numbers. When you add the whole number, we have one whole number, the two whole number. So this can be 3. Okay. Then you can say our 3 we are going to add. Then the what? You can now add the what? You can add the fraction, which is 1 out of 2, then plus 1 out of 2. Okay, so this is going to give us an answer of what is 1 plus 1, then 2 plus 2. We shall be able to get our what? This is going to be our 2 out of what? Out of 2. Okay, this is how we make this operation, because if we get our LCM, I will say 2 divided by 2, we get 1. 1 times 1, 1 times what? 1 times 1, we get 1. Okay, then we get that 1, you're going to add it here. 2 divided by this, get 1. 1 times 1, then we shall be able to add those ones. So that means here we shall now be having, what is 2 divided by 2? We get 1. Okay, so this means we shall now be able to add our 3, which was a whole number plus 1. So we shall be able to get our answer as what? Our answer shall be equal to 4. So this 4 shall be in what? Shall be in liters, because we are adding. Okay, it's going to be in what? In liters. Okay, so you can see that in addition of liters, it is still the same, and when they bring mixed fractions, we should be able to solve it. Okay, also let's look at some other challenges. In these challenges now, as far as measuring capacity is concerned, we also look at liters, then also millimeters. We shall also look at what we call centimeters. So when dealing with capacity, we shall come across all these things: the liters, the centimeters, and the milliliters. But when you are dealing with the liters and also centimeters, there is a concept that we have to learn. Okay, and in that concept, we shall be able to look at it here. That concept is when you are given in liters and they tell you to change to milliliters, we have a concept that a 1 liter, if you have 1 liter, is equal to 1,000 milliliters. Is that okay? If you have 1 liter, then that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So that means whenever you take the 1 liter a drink, you have already taken the 1,000 milliliters. So here now we can be able to understand and change out this. Here they are saying change 5 liters to milliliters. Like we have said that if we have 1 liter, and have 1 liter is the same as 1,000 milliliters. So they want us to change this 5 liters to milliliters. So that means a liter is bigger than what? A liter is bigger. 1 liter is bigger than a milliliter. Okay. So that means if you are to change this 5 liters to milliliters, that means we are going to increase the milliliters and reduce the what? The liters. So we shall say our 5 liters will be the same as 5 times 1,000 what? Milliliters. So we shall be able to come up with 5,000 milliliters. Okay, so that's how we can come up with changing milliliters. The best concept is to understand that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 what? 1,000 milliliters. Okay, let's also move forward and look at what we're converting the milliliters now to liters. There we are converting liters to milliliters. Now here we are going to interchange them. They can tell you to change the milliliters to what? To liters. Then also we shall not forget our concept which says that 1,000 milliliters, 1,000 milliliters, okay, 1,000 what? ml, which is milliliter, is equal to 1 liter. Okay, so this concept is very important when you are changing milliliters to liters and also liters to milliliters. So here now they want us to express our 4,000 milliliters to what? To liters. Okay, so now using our concept saying that our 1,000 milliliters is the same as 1 liter. So that means if we have the 1,000 milliliters that we want to change it to liters, we shall be able to divide these liters. When we are able to divide, here we shall be able to say our 4,000, okay, our 4,000 milliliters. Then we divide it by 1,000 what? 1,000 milliliters. So when divided this, we shall be able to reduce them. Remember, this zeros goes with this 0. Then we shall be able to come up with 4 divided by 1, which is the same as what? 4. So these are going to be what? Liters. Okay. So that is the way how we can change milliliters to the liters. Okay, let's also look at the recap of this. We said when you are changing milliliters to liters, we shall be able to divide because these are milliliters. The milliliters are in big value and we want to change it to a small value. So we shall be able to do what? Shall be able to divide the milliliters which are given by 1,000, right? So we shall be able to come up with what? With the liters. So this is going to be our what? Our answer. Also, when we make a recap of this, we said when you are changing liters to milliliters, we still use the same concept as 1 liter being equal to 1,000 milliliters. Then we shall be able to multiply. Okay, we shall be able to multiply because we are increasing increasing the what? The milliliters, which are smaller than a liter. Okay, so we are simply meaning 1 liter milliliters are smaller than a liter. Alright, so for this, to make a recap of this, you know, everyone has been able to pick out something and been able to understand. So let me say thank you very much for watching this tune. Please be able to check out on our playlist, be able to subscribe for you to support our channel. Okay, so I do say God bless you so much. Have a nice moment.